Hey love, you got your heart on your sleeve, but the shirt on your back's a bit small. Hey you, yeah, your colors are changing, the world ain't half bad after all. Na 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 na.
Hi, my name is Maya and welcome to episode 2 of the Summer Knitting Journals. I hope you enjoyed episode 1, and if you didn't watch it, here it is. So, for me it's been just a few hours, for you it's been a few days I guess, and I decided to start the new episode right now because two things. First, I think I'm gonna go climbing tonight, and there is a chance, maybe, I'm gonna film some stuff, and I don't really want to start a knitting vlog with climbing content. I mean, I could, but I don't know, I just don't want to. However, I'm not 100% sure I'm gonna film stuff because it depends if there are interesting boulders to film at all, and if it's too crowded then I don't want to bother people with my camera. I have to set it on the mats, and if people walk too close from the camera then it falls. So yeah, if it's too crowded I can't film. So yeah, we'll have to see, but maybe we're gonna have climbing footage, who knows. The second reason is that I actually want to show you the progress I did on my Olympic camisole, because I think now is the time to do the critical try-on and decide if it's too big or not. Because I did a bit over 10 rounds while I was rewatching the video. I did this much. So I think I have enough fabric now where I joined in around in order to hold the fabric and not have it stretched out too much. So we're gonna do a little try-on, but I need to put it on try-on tubing first, but this one is too short. Where do I have another one that's long enough? Yeah, this one. I did say in the last episode that I was gonna do, the next thing I was gonna do on this was work the straps. I didn't, for the very simple reason that I was working on this while I was watching back the video, as I mentioned, and I need to really be focused on the screen. I want to actually watch the video, not just listen to it, so that I can catch any editing mistakes I would need to correct before exporting the video. So I couldn't do the straps because to work an I-cord I need to look at my hands. So I just did stockinette and around. It looks a bit big, like this. So we'll see. I will try to put it on. This is super thin, so I don't think it's gonna affect the fit at all. So this is the underarm, so I have to put it on like this. Try to not lose any stitches. It's big. It's supposed to be a little bit of negative ease, but it's stretched out because of the needle right now. So if I pull on the needle, it's not really placed ideally. I have an angle here because the needle is exactly over a curve. So I'm gonna have to move it. Oh, this is so annoying. As I mentioned, it's a bit of a pain because I don't have the straps yet. Okay, so what does it look like? It's a little bit big, but I guess I have negative ease, kind of. It's really difficult to say because the angle of the needle is kind of pulling it out. So if I look on the other side, I don't know. Maybe it's negative ease? I'm not 100% sure. Guess I have to continue for a bit in order to be sure, and also add the straps. Because the thing is, I really don't want to flash people when I wear it, because I don't wear anything under my tops, as you may have guessed. Yeah, so this is the make or break point of a garment for me. So verdict, I still don't know. I'm gonna have to continue knitting. Oh well. Now, for the rest of my projects, at the end of the last episode I put the Melon Cowl to block, and then I left the kitchen and I completely forgot about its existence. And I finished a ton of stuff in the afternoon, and then I went back to the kitchen to grab the camera because it was still there because I filmed the last part there. And I saw the Melon Cowl blocking in the sink, and I was like, oh, I completely forgot about that guy. Classic me. So I'm gonna go and take this out of the water, and then I think I'm gonna go and do the grocery shopping, and then I'm gonna go climbing. Or maybe I skip the grocery shopping and I do it tomorrow morning. I really hate doing that. What time is it? No, I'm gonna skip it. I will just go climbing. Otherwise, I'm gonna end the session too late and then I cannot sleep because I'm too tired. Like my body hurts from climbing too hard and then I cannot sleep. So, grocery shopping will be tomorrow morning. And it's gonna be fine. You wanna see what I bought? If you don't want to see, you can just skip this part. But I guess maybe some people will be interested to know what a girl that absolutely hates cooking like me will put in her grocery bag. So I bought bread, cut it, eat it. More bread, no cooking involved. Cherries, I really love cherries. Fruits, those are nectarines, white nectarines. They are my absolute favorite. I just love them so much. Cut them, eat them. Easy. Tomatoes, cut them, eat them. No cooking involved. Then a salad, open it, eat it. Those are for my breakfast. It's a type of Icelandic yogurt, I guess, with lots of protein. It's about the most cooking I will do in the day. It's for the breakfast. And I prepare it in batch so that I don't have as much to do in the mornings. Avocados, cut them, eat them. Instant noodles, it's in the name. Cereals, for the morning. Chocolate, because I'm a child. Sausage, put it in boiling water for like a bit less than an hour. Cut it, eat it. And it lasts a few days because it's so big. Except if Mr. Tinks is here, then he will eat the whole thing. Mozzarella, burrata, cut it, eat it. Milk for the mornings. Lactose free for Mr. Tinks, not for me. And how do you say that in English? Tono? Son? This. Open it, eat it. And then tissues and body cream. Because the one I have been putting on my shoulders kind of stinks, so I think it went bad, so I need to replace it. And my nose is constantly running. And that's it. That's what a girl that hates cooking will put in her grocery bag. I'm such a child. Time to eat the salad with a bit of bread. As you may have noticed, I didn't buy a lot of vegetables, but how am I supposed to open this? There is a reason for that. I already have vegetables at home. I'm gonna explain why in another video, because right now I want to eat. And one thing I wanted to talk about is that, so I didn't film any climbing content, obviously, because everything I mentioned that could happen did happen. So first, it was crowded. Second, there weren't many new boulders that I hadn't already done. And the ones that were new weren't that nice to show on camera. And they were also too hard. Like, I could barely do anything. They went completely wild. When I say they, I mean the route setters, so the people who put the holes on the wall. I don't know, since a few months they just went completely crazy. They just put super hard stuff. And I'm glad I'm like pretty okay climber in terms of level, and I can actually try to do the hard stuff, because if my level was a bit lower, I would just get bored in the gym because everything is so hard. So yeah, I still tried hard, a lot of stuff, but well, it was hard, and also I was just feeling so tired. I had like zero power. I just couldn't pull in my arms. I was just, feeling tired. And I've been thinking, that is not really surprising, because since I came home from Zinal, I've been eating trash. Just trash, like bowl of cereals all the time, morning and evening, and barely eating a few like vegetables and stuff at midday, at lunch, I guess you say. So yeah, of course, I have zero strength, and of course I'm feeling bad, and I'm also not sleeping very well because it's too hot. So not surprising at all. So I'm trying to be a big girl and stop eating cereals all the time, which is why I bought a salad, so that I have something already ready for me to eat. And I know bread is not the best because it's, how do you call them? It's not the best to feel the best. I should be eating more proteins, but also I had cooking, so another day. I will do that another day. Maybe tonight we'll go to the restaurant so that we can eat something good. I don't know, we'll have to see. But for now, salad it is. Hi, it's Thursday. Welcome to my bedroom. For once I figured we could film here. Now, I started talking and now I remember why I don't usually film here. It's because the acoustics are terrible. the room is very echoey because there's nothing on the walls. So sorry if the sound is a bit weird. Whatever, I wanted to talk to you about the progress I have done on the knitting and to-do list of the past few days. Shall I start with the knitting or with the to-do list? We'll start with the interesting stuff. So for the knitting, as I have shown you already in a few B-rolls, I have sewn together my Melon Cowl. This is the one that has the shaping where the top is slightly smaller than the bottom, so it kind of is shaped like a cone. Which means that when you wear it, you have a comfortable fit around the shoulders, but it's snug around the face, so you don't have the thing is not like bleh. I don't know how to describe it, but if the cowl is a perfect cylinder, like straight up on both sides, it tends to do bleh when you wear it. Which can be cute, but if you want it to be warm, it's not the best. So there is this option in the pattern. And I really struggled to sew it because I don't know, I was trying to do like a mattress stitch kind of situation, but it really looked pretty bad. So I tried a few different options and yeah, just nothing worked. So I ended up going back to what I was doing in the first place, which is kind of a... No, it's a kind of a whip stitch actually. And it's just the one that looks the best, in my opinion. So yeah, I filmed a mini tutorial and I will try to include that in the pattern. Speaking of tutorials, I edited a ton of tutorials, but I'm going to talk about that afterwards because that's part of the to-do list stuff. Then, still in the melon family, I did some progress on the melon cowl. No, not the melon hat that I've shown you at the very beginning of the vlog, the first episode. So this is it for now. I have finished the crown, kind of, and I don't know if you will be able to see this because it's rolling. But I stopped the slip stitch motif and I started knitting in stockinette. Because I want this to have like a folded over brim, and there's no point in doing the slip stitch motif if it's going to be hidden under the brim. And since it takes ages and it eats up a lot of yarn, and you're going to have, I think I'm going to do corrugated ribbing for the brim. It's going to be thicker anyway, so yeah, it really didn't feel necessary to continue the slip stitch motif on the underside of the brim. So I decided to switch to stockinette, which involved doing some decreases because the gauge of the slip stitches versus stockinette is of course not the same. But I forgot to change needle size because for the slip stitch motif you need a bigger needle. This is a light fingering weight and I'm using 3.5 millimeters for the slip stitches. And for stockinette in a light fingering weight for a hat, I think I would rather use like 3 millimeters or even 2.75, like really something much smaller. Which I completely forgot to do, which is why it's kind of... I really have a condom on my head right now. Which is why it's rolling so much, the tension is not good. I need to go down a few needle sizes. So I'm going to have to unravel this little part, but I also think I switched to stockinette too early, and the brim is... Maybe there's a chance the brim is not going to cover the change, and I'm going to have a bit of stockinette peeping through, which I really don't want. So I'm going to add a couple more repeats of the slip stitches and redo this stockinette part with a smaller needle. And that's it for the melon hat. I still have got a lot of work to do on the pattern. I also have a lot of drawings to do because this one is gaugeless, the melon cowl. So you need two measurements. You need two certain measurements. And it's a bit difficult to explain, like this edge needs to be X centimeters and this edge, and it's like, what is this edge? So I need to do drawings so that you can reference exactly what's supposed to be what size, but that's part of the to-do list that we'll talk about later. Now, the last knitting progress I did, no, not this one, is the Olympic camisole. So, as you saw, I did a mid-project block, which I rarely do, because if I have to unravel and I have already blocked the yarn, I really hate having to knit either with noodle yarn or having to reblock the yarn because I have already blocked it. I hate it. So I usually don't do mid-project block, which is a very silly reason to not do them because it's really useful to do them. But for this one I had to, because... So I filmed a B-roll yesterday where I was trying it on. It's like... it was super short, but I guess it's like seeing me in a bikini. So yeah, people show themselves in bikini all the time, right? And it was fitting, but I wanted it to be really tighter. Like I really was aiming for a negative ease tight top, and it was just fitting. Like it was fitting perfectly, but I wanted it smaller. So it was okay, but I was like, I don't know, if it really stretches out a lot with blocking, then it's definitely gonna be too big. So yeah, I couldn't really decide, so I think I worked like 10 more rounds and then I blocked it. And it dried in a few hours because it's so hot. I put it outside and it was pretty windy yesterday, so it was dry in like 5 hours. So I could continue knitting on it. So I think you can see here. Here is the line where I blocked it, and I did this much more, about 30 rows I would say. So I tried it on again, and it's the same. It's like fitting perfectly, but I was aiming for really tight, like really negative ease. But it's still fitting perfectly, which is not really what I had in mind. So I'm like, I don't know. So yeah, I was really contemplating what to do, because like if I want to unravel it, I need to do it now, before I have too much on the body done. But do I really want to unravel it? Yeah. So what I decided to do in the end is I'm gonna keep it, because it fits perfectly. Like I'm gonna try it on. No, I'm not, because I don't have a try-on tubing with me. It fits perfectly, really. And what I think I will do, because this was pretty fast to do, like I think doing the cups, it took maybe 2 hours, and for 10 rounds it takes me 30 minutes, so yeah, it's really not that long to do. So I think I'm gonna keep this one as perfectly fitting, and one day I'm sure I'm gonna want to buy a skein of sock yarn, of hand-dyed sock yarn, which is what this is, because it's like a 75-25 merino nylon. And I'm just gonna knit another one that's smaller. And I'm gonna keep this one as perfectly fitting, and it's gonna be fine, because it fits. It's just a bit too big. Or no, it's not too big, it's not small enough for what I wanted. So yeah, that's what I decided for now. Also because, as you can see here, there is absolutely no pulling inside, even when I started. So I've been doing decreases at the underarms. Can you see that? Yeah, I think you can kind of see. I'm decreasing 4 stitches, so 2 at each underarm on every 10th round. And usually when you do that, at some point you start to get pulling. Even if you didn't have pulling at the top, then the motif just kind of gets... It will get stacked on top of each other at some point. And here it's not. So I'm like, if I start over with smaller needles and less stitches or whatever, it's probably gonna start pulling. And then I'm gonna be really pissed, because it looks perfect. Like the color distribution is absolutely flawless. I love it too much. So I think it's a bad idea to start over. Maybe I'm gonna have a better fit, but I'm not gonna be happy with the colors. So I decided to leave it as is. And this is just an opportunity to buy a skein of sock yarn at some point in my life, which is, again, probably gonna happen. So this is the progress, and that's it. Now, something else about what I'm wearing here, so the lila top. I have been wearing it quite a lot, so it has stretched out a little bit, and I noticed a few things. First, one strap is longer than the other one. I made them both to be 10 rounds, the I-cord straps, but for some reason this one is longer. I'm not sure why. So this underarm is really lower than the other one. Yeah, you can see the difference. So that's annoying. So I'm gonna have to go back and shorten this one, because on this side I definitely have a little bit of a side boob issue, but absolutely not on the other side. And also, let me start over this section, because I wasn't wearing any pants, and like here it was fine, but then I realized there's a reflection of me here, and I'm pretty sure you could see my underwear. So I was saying that here on the bottom it's still kind of waving, because it's flaring out. I mean, you can see here, it's kind of puckering weirdly. And I did do decreases. So I decreased on the sides here. You can see I have some decreases. They don't look the best, by the way. And I also decreased when I started the last garter section, garter stripe. I decreased 2 stitches every 10 stitches. I didn't need 2 together every 10 stitches. That's a lot of stitches removed from the circumference, and it's still flaring out. I'm a bit annoyed, but I'm not gonna go back and fix it. I think It's not the end of the world. It's not perfect. It's a bit annoying. But, yeah. I don't know. And something else also is that it's itchy. I've never had any linen that was itchy, especially not... Because this one, when knitting with it, it was definitely the softest among the ones I have tried. And yet, it's the one that's itchy. Like here, I can 100% feel it, and here also it's really bothering me. So I'm just hoping it's gonna soften up with wear and wash, because that's something that happens quite often with the summer tops for me, is that they are itchy at the beginning and then they kind of get softer. So I hope it's gonna be the case for this one, because for now it's like just enough to be bothering. We'll see how it evolves over time. And that's it for the knitting, finally. So let's talk about my to-do list. So I did a new one for yesterday and today. As you can see, it's a lot longer than before, but I put smaller tasks in there. So I mentioned before that I edited lots of tutorials. So I did two for the plume top that's going to be launching next Thursday, so exactly in a week from now. I did one for the Melon Cowl, when you cast on here at the bottom tip. No, not absolutely not here. When you cast on here, is it this side? No, it's this side. You have to do kind of a stuff in order to not have to graft together the two icons at the end. So I just filmed a little tutorial and I edited that. I have one last tutorial to do, but I left the worst one for the end because it's for the Bountiful Sweater. It's for when you when you crochet down the collar, because it's a double folded collar and you fold it inside and then you work a crochet chain around the whole thing. And I wanted to film a tutorial for that, but my sweater is already finished and I have like sewn in the zipper, all of that, so I can't undo it. So I need to knit a gigantic swatch of this part of the yoke, knit the outside part of the collar, and then knit the inner part, and then film the tutorial. It's gonna take ages. I really don't want to do it. So I'm kind of pushing it back. It's my new procrastination task, because I'm keeping this on top of the priority list and everything else feels like procrastination, so it encourages me to do them. I did the grocery shopping yesterday because I really didn't want it to film the tutorial. So this is left to do. Then I did the mid block of the Olympic camisole. I sewed Melon Cowl, and then I knitted a swatch in stockinette for the secret design because it's a texture and I needed to give the gauge for the stockinette. And even though it's a yarn I have used quite a lot, I have never used this specific needle size. So I didn't have the gauge, so I had to knit a swatch. So I did that. And so I mentioned next week the plume top is gonna be released. So I had to select the pictures because I have like tons of beautiful pictures from my photographer, and then I select in advance which one I'm gonna use for which publication leading to the release, and I did that. It takes a lot longer than you would expect because I have a lot of pictures and I just want to like the grid, also the final grid on Instagram, to look good, so I also have to take that in consideration. Whatever. And the last thing, which is not chronologically the last one I did, but it's the one that I'm going to talk the most about, is that, so again for the plume top, for the white top, so for the dress I used Knitting for Olive Pure Silk, but for the top, the white one, I used Carla by Save the Yarn. Save the Yarn is a Swiss brand that basically buys dead stock from textile industry and sells them as knitting yarns on cones or on bowls or yeah, whatever. Which is great. So it's definitely an environmentally friendly brand, and they are promoting sustainability, circularity, all that stuff. But recently, I think it was almost two months ago, I realized that on the front page of their website they had AI generated images, and I was like, I don't want to promote a brand that has those images on their website. So in a podcast I was like, I don't really know what to do, and a lot of people suggested different things in the comments, and what I decided to do for now is just to like mention the composition of the yarn, but just not mention the brand, and maybe explain why, like this brand uses AI and I'm not promoting them until they remove this content from their website. But I figured the best move would be to contact them and tell them, like, I used your yarn for a design, I'm not promoting your brand because this and this. So I did that yesterday. I sent an email. I tried my best to not take 3 hours to write the email. It only took 1 hour, I think. And they answered pretty fast. And I wanted to explain what happened because I think it's interesting. So their reply, it was very short. Basically, they said they had some issues with their website a few months ago, which I know is true because I saw that on Instagram. They had to take down the website for a while. So they had it kind of revamped, remade after that. And they hired another society to do this. So they didn't redo the website themselves. And apparently, the person who redesigned the website used AI-generated images without their consent, and they just put the images there. Like, you hired me to redesign the website, so I did it, and I did it like I usually do, which is using AI-generated images. And what they told me in the website is that they are trying to get them removed, or rather, they are working on getting them removed as soon as possible. And I have no doubt this is true, but it's been like 2 months. And I'm not a pro at designing websites, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't take 2 months to get 2 images removed from the front page of a website, even if you are not the one who designed it. So yeah, I believe in the good faith of this answer that they really want to get the images removed and they were not the one who chose to put them there. But also, I guess you could try harder than that. So yeah, for now I'm gonna keep on doing, I'm gonna keep my initial decision, which is to mention the composition of the yarn so that people know what to look for if they want to find a substitute, because they will have to find a substitute, because it's not even available anymore on top of that. And just not mention the brand. And if they remove those images from the website, then I will edit the Ravelry page and mention the brand. So yeah, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to mention that, and I think that's all I wanted to say. So for today, the rest of the program, I think I really don't want to knit the swatch and film the tutorial. So I think I'm going to start editing the vlog. Maybe even, no, I think I'm actually going to try to progress a little bit on the melon hat. Maybe do the drawings for the melon cowl, who knows. And / or edit the vlog, start editing this vlog. And then, there's a wasp in front of the window. I will go climbing tonight, and hopefully it's going to be less crowded than on Tuesday. I have no idea. I really don't know. Probably not. So I cannot guarantee at all that I'm going to have climbing footage. We'll have to see. But yeah, that's the plan. And then tomorrow, I'm going to have the whole day to work. I'm going to publish the vlog, and we'll see. I will talk to you again tomorrow anyway to close off this vlog, so yeah, I will tell you then what the program for the weekend is. So that's it! So enjoy the rest of the vlog and see you later! Friday, it's the weekend, yay! Except it does absolutely no difference for me because I work just as much during the weekdays than during the weekends. So it's just Friday. I spent the morning editing the vlog. It is done, except for this little snippet. I even finished the thumbnail. What a productive morning it was. I also answered to a ton of comments and messages and yeah, just small little stuff like that. And I ate already and it wasn't too bad. It was kind of healthy. At least it wasn't a bowl of cereals. And yeah, so I'm ready to close off this vlog and I'm gonna publish it this afternoon and I hope you're gonna like it. Did I have anything I wanted to mention? I didn't do a lot of progress on my knits because I've been climbing and editing. And oh, regarding the test call, I still haven't published it, even though I really wanted to do it Wednesday or Thursday. But I'm still waiting on an answer from the publisher and I just don't want to go ahead and do the test call if I'm not 100% sure the pattern is done. Because if it's not, I don't want to have to make testers wait for the pattern if they are already selected and the pattern is not done. Because we are in the tech editing process and I think there's just one more round of edits to do, which means it can be done in like a day, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. So I'm still waiting on that. Very sorry to have teased you saying I would publish the test call soon and it's actually not happening, but it's not on me. They have always been super fast to answer and suddenly it takes a few days, so I don't know. Hopefully, I don't know if I can publish it today if they answer. Otherwise, it's going to be probably next week because I doubt I'm going to have an answer during the weekend. So yeah, probably next week. So sorry about that. And next week is also the plume top release and I'm not sure I want to do a test call while doing a release. So maybe I'm going to push back the test call a couple of weeks actually. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. It's not really, it doesn't depend entirely on me, unfortunately. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed the little climbing footage I managed to take yesterday. It was super crowded again, so I couldn't film during most of the climbing session. And I just stayed there for super long. And at the end, I started climbing with a friend. I explained that already in the captions. But then when it was super late, everybody had left. So it was mostly us. So then I could film again. And also he could film me, so that was even better. I didn't have to prop the phone on the mat. So yeah, not much, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. And hopefully next time there's gonna be more. And next time is actually gonna be outside. But I'm gonna talk about this when I film the intro of the next episode, which is gonna be in a few minutes for now. But for you it's gonna be, I think, Monday. The next vlog will come, something like that. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it was fun to watch and entertaining. And I'm excited to see you for the next one. So, thank you so much for your support, for your comments, for your love, all of that. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future content from me. I hope to see you again next time. Happy knitting. I love you. Bye.
Na, na, na.